Vivian Paley, page 99. Jason is unhappy today, and we don't know why. Perhaps he's coming down with a cold, though his congestion could be the result of so much crying. It is clear that he doesn't want to be in the story room with us. You don't have to stay, Jason. Why don't you play out there in the heliport? Or paint a picture? No, I don't want to go out there, he sobs, running out of the room and returning instantly. Then stay with us, why don't you? No, I don't want to be in here. Someone can keep you company out there. Several hands go up and Samantha is already at his side. I don't want company. I'm looking for my helicopter bones, he cries. They're broken. My helicopter bones are broken. His face is smeared with tears and mucus. Edward whispers to Eli, he's going to throw up. Watch. I wipe Jason's face and sit him on my lap. We'll all be very nice to you, Jason. Tell us what you want us to do. But he's not ready to stop crying, and so I continue to wipe away his tears. You want to hold my pound puppy, Simon offers? Let him sit on my lap, Samantha says. He wants his mommy. Do you, Jason? Should we call her? He shakes his head, still crying, though somewhat less. Let him be in all the stories, Joseph says. All the stories, Alex echoes. Put a helicopter in every story. Not in mine, Lily pouts. I mean, if people want. Jason stops crying and looks at the children pensively. Okay, he sighs. See, he likes my idea. Joseph is elated. That was in my dream, really. I was in everybody's story. Were you in mine, Lily asks. Yeah, I was. Later, in the blocks, Jason acts out his recurrent daydream. I'm locked in here. I can't get out. I'm a bad guy. His fantasy has become a game. He wants me to ask, who locked you in? You did, he always responds. How will the bad guy get out? I've got things to twist around. I got 2 things to spin. I'm locking me in now, so I'll never get out. Lily looks worried. Even when your mother comes? Watch me, Lily. Jason says, look at the bad guy in the bad guy house, because I got 2 things to spin. Can I see? You can come in. Push that block, because it's a trap door, then move it back. Lily follows Jason's instructions into the bad guy house. The 2 children sit quietly, bodies touching in close quarters. Watch me spin this, Lily. Can I spin it? Okay, but give it back in a short minute. My mind spins like the helicopter blade. On his unhappiest day, Jason is able, for the first time, to invite another child in play. He has been angry with us the whole morning, and suddenly he commits himself to Lily. The events in the story room were as dramatic as one could imagine in a classroom. Jason cannot stay, yet he cannot leave. He pits himself against the teacher, the children, and even against story time. Everything comes to a halt while Jason cries. The attention paid to the tears of a single child brings the entire group to a higher stage of behavior. The class struggles to find a way out. Then Jason offers a dream. From no role suddenly comes 6. There had been no place for a helicopter in Lily's story, but she follows him into the blocks and on his least connected day becomes his friend. If Jason was crying for no reason, how could the outcome be so good? One must be in awe of such mysterious, unplanned resolutions. Clearly, we do not understand most of what motivates the children. Do you want to be the daddy, Jason? This is a bad guy house, Lily. It can't be. There's not a mother lives in a bad guy house. Why? Because mothers don't like bad guys. Can mothers be in a helicopter house? If they have a pillow, Lily proceeds to play her second favorite game, furnishing a blockhouse. Her first favorite is still hunting for the lost child. I wonder if Jason will ever join her in that fantasy. The kitchen and bedroom supplies pile up inside Jason's small enclosure, but he has stopped participating. He seems to be listening to Joseph at the story table. Mine is a trouble story. Superman comes. Joseph turns to Arlene, who is drawing rainbows. Guess what? Skeletor and Hordak aren't friends anymore because this was a good Skeletor. I thought Skeletor was only a bad guy. Yeah, and there's also only a good one, too. Joseph assures me. Who am I? Jason calls out. Are you the helicopter, you mean? Am I the good or bad one? I don't know. Joseph looks puzzled. Jason must solve this dilemma himself in his own time. The answer lies somewhere inside his fantasy, but also in every experience he has with friendship and fantasies. This year, fairness seems to include a deep feeling that everyone has the right to behave inconveniently. It is fair for Alex to cry if he cannot sit beside Joseph, and equally fair for Jason to cry when he cannot decide whether or not to remain in the story room. It is especially fair for me to pay serious attention to their sorrows. Decisions about fairness It seems often appear as a result of someone's tears. We teachers are not overly fond of crying when there's no physical hurt, but the children insist that crying means something is unfair and needs to be corrected. It is never a case for them of the adult giving in to tears. On the contrary, the sympathetic adult receives high marks for fairness when tears are respected. Never thought about it like that.